All right, Shalom Akim. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, for allowing me to do another lesson. Yahweh is who the world inwardly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, and there's no God beside them. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, which is how we get inspired to do this thing. And shalom to the elect, whom the Most High have given ears to hear. And I want to touch on this point the brother made, highlighted by the Apostle Gabar in his recent video. I want to say it's called let this video serve as a solemn warning to you women. He just did it on Daily Edification 4. All right. So without further ado, let me play it and give my spiritual 2 cents.
Zechariah 14:2. It said, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half." I'm about to say something on that. Yeah, it's an article. But basically, it was leaked from the ex-CIA agent Michael Mahoney. The Apostle Gabar had mentioned him, but it's a document. It's entitled my warning to my fellow Americans, some to the effect. He's speaking about Elder Brock, he went into it as well. But basically saying like, do not be taken alive to the boxcars and camps, which remind me of the Purge movie you've seen. But he said how it's gonna be brutal rape and torture. Basically, once they start arresting Israel, once they start apprehending you and throwing you in these camps, Keisha, with your proud ass, you gonna catch hell. And they're talking about you right here. But it says the same thing in that document. It's gonna happen. You know, everybody looks at you like a piece of ass, Keisha. So that women's liberation, it liberated you to be a harlot. So the other men from other nations, they don't look at you like wives. They literally look at you like you're a piece of ass, man. Sex toy. It's a sex toy doing warfare. You're a sex toy doing warfare. So before they murder you, they're gonna rape you. You know, Most High gonna probably amp those men libido up and everything. Yeah. They're gonna be on all types of drugs and shit. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy, man. Because then when you're in a state of war, your testosterone already exceedingly high anyway. Like you said, the Most High is gonna amplify everything, man. The niggas gonna be and those niggas are like sinister. Those militias and Edomites, they're very sinister. Yeah. So it's not really gonna be like regular rough sex. Nah, they're gonna really be dark with it, man. Yeah, gang banging you to death. Well, you had brought out like a while ago, was it the Russians? Yeah. It was the Russians when Germany's the men had left to World War II. The Russians invaded Germany, so it was just women, towns and villages. And you had instances. They said that the Russian soldiers raped everything from 10-year-old to 80. Damn, from 10 to 80. And they said you had instances where 70 men will rape one woman. Will rape one woman. They said the hospital was full of women that were pregnant by those Russian soldiers, man. And those are the Edomites. Yeah. They ain't even changed. But you know what? That's why there's 3 classifications of men.
Right, and just to harp on that, that's not far-fetched, man, because what's going on with over there in the Russian-Ukraine situation, I believe the brother GMS Watchman, he covered the story of how, them Russians came over there and raped the Ukrainian women, man. So imagine when they come over here, which is prophesied according to Ezekiel 38, how the scriptures say that at the same time shall a spirit come over him, and he shall think within himself to come into the land of unwalled villages, to the people that dwell without care, roughly paraphrasing. All right, and the people, these women especially, dwell without care. All right, it's getting warm now, so you're gonna see the scantily clad clothing. All right, women dressing half naked. I believe, when we was out there camping, I want to say maybe a few months ago, you had women walking around, and it wasn't even, mind you, a few months ago, it wasn't even that warm. Still up in the 50s, 40s. women walking around with tight ass dresses, see-through dresses, you know. So hey, they're gonna have their pick of the litter, especially when they, the women here, beautiful, beautiful, northern, so-called Hispanic, black, Hispanic, and Native American women. All right, Brazilian, all types of BBL, all types of different um uh variety of women. So they're gonna have fun over here, and hey, that's only right because you know they these women, all right, they live carelessly. They do things without thinking of its consequence. All right, as we see right now, to where it's on a smaller scale as far as baby food, as far as baby formula shortages. All right, hey, there's gonna be. I could even see in the near future, there's gonna be a shortage of Plan B pills. Might be a shortage of yeah, it's a famine on its way, which that shows it's a famine as well. But there's a famine on its way because gas is going up. Gas is going up. So these truckers are not, or these the companies that own these trucks are not going to feel it necessary or profitable rather to bring food into these supermarkets, into these inner cities. Okay. And the scriptures tell us that eventually, no biggie. The scriptures tell us that eventually evil works, all right, which these women are the queens, or kings rather, of these evil works, under really Esau Edom, all right, but these women who he gives all the power in the world. Okay, men are, like the Apostle Gabar went into, men are already pissed off at, the amount of respect that these women get in this world, no matter if they're wrong or right. A woman can come into a man's life with nothing and leave with everything that he built. Take his kids, what she don't really care about. She just want to take his kids to screw him over. Take his pension that he worked so hard for. He got to deal with it. All right, cheat on him. All right, and if he slap her up because he found out, he goes to jail. Nothing happens to her. Okay, so everything, she has the power, but soon enough she won't. All right, she's gonna have to answer to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. This devil is not gonna make her answer. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is, man, he's gonna come and exact righteousness. All right, so this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Okay, adultery, that's an evil work. Putting your man on child support, that's an evil work. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. All right, a woman would do some wickedness, and if you think about, even if you raise your voice at her, she can call the cops, and the cops will take you out of your own house. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, it was actually a video. The brother was showing us how it was a skit too. It was a guy and a woman, they were arguing. And, the woman was hitting on the man. Nobody said a damn thing. But then they reversed the rules. The man started pushing and, pushing the woman around and, mudging her and slapping her. Everybody came to her rescue. Right? So you just see how this is a very, matriarchal society. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked. Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. All right, and it's not going to be well for Esau Edom. That's why World War III is brewing up. All right, and all those that basically is held up by him. The chair, like we standing on the chair, and the chair caves in, guess what? Everything that's standing on that chair is going to fall as well. So it's not going to be well for, all right, these Americans. And all those that is held up by America, Latin America, certain countries around the world, it's going to go bad for them too. The scriptures say, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Let me grab that. For many days shall ye be sorrowful. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. All right. And this is talking about none other than you, American woman. All right. And to zoom in, you can say more so the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, the Israelite woman. All right. And to prove that, we're gonna get that the saying, right? The hot girl summer saying, right? It says, Coach, a summer full of fun. Coach Meg, aka Megan Thee Stallion, the creator of Hot Girl Summer, said it best. Hot Girl Summer is about just being you, just having fun. It's turning up, driving a boat, and not giving a damn about what nobody's saying. All right? Free of fears, free of worries, free of judgments. Just be you. A summer where you are in charge of your own happiness. Chase the bag and we ain't crying over no man, period. It's a hot girl summer. And like the Apostle Gabar pointed out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, of course, it will be a hot girl summer. All right? I seen another article. It's not in this form, but it was going into how this summer it's expected to be, real bad as far as gun violence is concerned. Especially when, more people start losing jobs, what's going to happen? Gas price is going to go up. It's hot, so people are people's irritated off of that. So it's going to get real ugly these past few months, I would say. And then like I said in my last video, even after that, you got to worry about this next lockdown that's going to happen, because this devil always, plans a lockdown around so-called flu season. Where the numbers, the C numbers are going to go up. He's going to have to lock this place down again. And it happens like that. It's been happening like that for the past few years. All right. But the scriptures call you women careless. Right. Let's grab that actually in the NET. Isaiah 32:9. You complacent woman. Right? Women are still, here it is. You going into debt, spending all your money on vacation, going down to Florida, Miami, Cali. Where else? Mexico. You complacent woman. Get up and listen to me. You carefree daughters, pay attention to what I say. In a year's time, your carefree ones will shake with fear, for the grape harvest will fail, and the fruit harvest will not arrive. Tremble, you complacent ones. Shake with fear, you carefree ones. Strip off your clothes and expose yourselves. Put sackcloth on your waist. Okay. So now, we're going to go to Proverbs. You know what? I'm going to grab that, but I want to hop over to Sirach 26. No. Sirach 26. And 10. If thy daughter be shameless, careless, Keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. All right. Watch over an impudent eye. And you even have a lot of YouTubers, you know, they'll go out to Miami, mainly Miami, because that's where you see a lot of women at. You know, and they'll ask them certain things like, what would you rate me? You know what I'm saying? They even prank them or say certain things like, let's fuck right now, some shit like that. You know, and you'd be surprised at a lot of these women answers, man. You know? And you talking about the Judite women, much less, the morale rather, is a lot lower amongst the heathen. The Edomite women. But it says, watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain. The hot girl summer, or even these orgy parties. That's another thing. There was it was an article, not an article, but like a little, how people putting their stories on like Instagram and stuff. And this woman was saying how her man had went away to work, but this was the same time as her birthday, and her way of getting back at him was going to a secret underground party, one of them parties out there in Atlanta. And lo and behold, this bitch says she slept with over, I believe she said like 200-300 men in one night. So that's what happens with these, when women get together, or these hot girl summers and all this, these underground parties. This is what America is, a freak fest. And drink of every water near her. It was something else I seen. I can't remember where I seen it. I think it was on TikTok. One chick was out there in Miami, again, the hot girl summer, or, the spring break or whatever. I think this bitch had like 6-7 dudes, throughout the course of her time being there. Because their thing is, if they don't have a man, it's open season. And drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open up her quiver against every arrow. So there's no need to explain that. All right, but let's go over to Proverbs 1 to explain, which again, I want to keep it in the NET. I believe it's the New International. That's how you say it, New International Version. To go into the consequences. As I mentioned before, or I may not have mentioned it. All right, but the consequence of those actions. Proverbs 1:29. Because they hated moral knowledge and did not choose to fear Yahweh. Right? And you got brothers out there in Miami. Hell, we got brothers all over the world. We got brothers out there in Miami, Tampa. All right, you got brothers out there in the elder brother out there in South Carolina. That's a big thing, Myrtle Beach. They go out there, do the same shit. All right. They did not comply with my advice. They spurned all my rebuke. Therefore, they will eat from the fruit of their own way. They will eat from the fruit of their way. They will be stuffed full of their own counsel. Right? So their counsel is to have fun and, take as many arrows as they want, as many. I don't know how rogue I can get, but you get the picture. But hey, when them Russians and these UN troops, when they come over here, they're gonna be full of their own counsel. All right. They ain't gonna be able to get off that carousel. For the waywardness of the simpletons will kill them, and the careless ease of fools will destroy them. But the one who listens to me will live in security. All right. And it's, kind of like a shout out to, you women that's trying to do right, man. Even if the Most High don't give you a man and, you following brothers, stay strong. All right. Because the Most High, the scriptures say that your works is not in vain. All right. The Most High will reward you with safety in that day, and will be ease from the dread of harm. All right, and a lot of people they're gonna eat the fruit of their ways. Hey, so if that, shalom to the elect.